My name is Harry. I am from Runnels, Iowa, and I play guitar and sing.
My name is Eric. I am from Cedar Falls, and I play bass for Hummingbird Horizon.
I'm Brandon. I'm from Des Moines, Iowa, and I am the singer and guitarist.
I'm John Chambers. My hometown is Clinton, Iowa, right on the east side there, and I am the drummer for Hummingbird Horizon.
So COVID has affected us pretty heavily. We expected to get an album out.
In terms of getting in the studio, we had a full 3 or 4 months where we just didn't go in at all. That was really challenging because it was right when we were trying to make our initial momentum start to get going on the album, so that really hurt to have to slow that back down. In terms of how it's affected shows, I mean, just completely.
Well, we haven't really been able to play shows at all. Nothing's really open as far as venues go, and we're not the only ones affected by it. I know a lot of musicians, especially around here, are struggling to find shows to play, but we are looking at doing some sort of live stream soon, and hopefully that will get the live gigging juices flowing again.
April 25th was the date of the last show that we were supposed to play, and that was a month or two after it started kind of becoming more major in the U.S. And so we obviously decided to cancel that show, and ever since we've just kind of been chomping at the bit.
The album's coming along good. It's been delayed quite a bit because of COVID. We are steadily going along. It's quality, not quantity.
We're really focusing on the quality of the songs and not rushing through them. From prior experience, we had an EP come out, and we felt like we could have spent a little bit more time, adding some finishing touches to that. So we're not going to make that same mistake twice.
In terms of how the album is coming along and what to expect from the sound from it, the album is starting to pick up momentum again. The guys have been getting back in the studio and making some progress on some songs. It's still logistically challenging. We're having to record it in chunks, so our process is I'll kind of try to lay down the drum tracks, and then the guys will get in when they can to put guitars and vocals on top of it. So we're able to get in there 1 or 2 people at a time and kind of start to record the songs in chunks, which helps smooth out some of the schedule challenges that we've been facing.
My favorite song is Remedy. We've been playing that one for a while at our live shows. The energy in it is just phenomenal. I'm really happy with how it's turning out so far.
The favorite song off the album so far is one we titled Remedy. It's one that we played at our live shows prior to the pandemic, and we really spent a lot of time on it, and we came to a consensus as far as what we wanted it to sound like, and I think we're all happy with it, and it's the best song that we've recorded so far, in my opinion.
It was a song that I wrote, accompanied by the rest of us. That was kind of back in the old school process when we write our songs, where we'll bring one thing to the table and then everybody just adds to it, and that creates a really fun whole song that everybody can add their own parts to.
Well, it makes it the best song that we've recorded because, like I said, we were all able to have our input heard, and everything that we really wanted was actualized on the song, and it's just the most complete song we've ever made.
The hardest part about the album, I would say, it's always challenging to all get in there at the same time. That's been almost impossible. That's definitely been the hardest part, but also another challenge is getting a song finished, because it's hard to come up with the concept for an idea and then it's kind of hard to tell where it's going to go when so many people kind of have their input in it. So it's like we have a foundation of a song, and it's like, okay, who wants to add this next part? Who wants to do this part? That kind of thing. So
the album is sounding good so far, but it is going rather slow. I'm always, guns blazing. Like, I'm always just go, go, go. Let's get this done. And so it's been really frustrating for me to kind of, sit back and just wait for things to happen and, everything to be safe.
My favorite song so far is called Eyewitness. I really like that one a lot. It's a really melancholy sort of, it almost has like a little southern vibe to it, just from the effects that the guys use in the strumming pattern. But it's a soft song, and it's a slower song, but it actually is pretty big in how it sounds, and the choruses are pretty energetic. So it's fun to play live, and it's written in a different time signature than we've written in before. So it's kind of fun to play that variation when we play.
My favorite song, so I got some contenders, neither of which have names, and we haven't really fleshed them out yet. But one of them's a little more shoegazy, and another one's a little more kind of folky, kind of like a heart-to-heart kind of a thing, and that's really cool.
Once we put the album out, it'll be very fun to be able to have the opportunity to go promote it, because we'll have a physical, not so much physical if you stream and all that, but a real product that we can put into people's hands and into their heads.
The next couple of years look pretty good for the band. I think we're gonna finish recording the album, and we're planning on having a really big marketing campaign for it. I personally know I'm gonna send it to every corner of the globe. Anybody that has anything to do with music, they're gonna at least get an email from me. They might not listen to it, but they'll know about it. And hopefully we drive enough traffic to where we can build a sustainable fan base.
If someone liked our music, they didn't have a whole lot to go back to and listen to us even further. So if someone hears us play live now, we can be like, hey, here's an entire album we just released that you can listen to if you want. So I think it's going to be fun to have something to back up our live shows with.
It's been, if not a year, close to a year now. And, I'm just chomping at the bit to get out there and play for somebody. Especially because, the stuff that we're working on, and, even stuff that we have, like The List is a great song. People need to know us. And I just want to get out there and play.
Let's keep rocking.